The Baylor Bears and Texas Tech Red Raiders were the top two teams in the Big 12 regular season back in 2019. And tonight at Rip Griffin Park, they play the opener of a three-game conference series. Good evening, everybody. Glad you're with us. Chris Sylvester and Mike Gustafson on hand. Final full weekend of April. We're less than 5 weeks from the Big 12 tournament. Here's how the conference standings look into the weekend. Texas and TCU sit atop the Big 12. Texas Tech third, Oklahoma State fourth. All of those teams are nationally ranked. Baylor in fifth, just a couple of games behind Tech, with a chance to make up some ground this weekend. Setting the defense for fifth-ranked Texas Tech. The Red Raider fans ought to be happy to see Drew Baker healthy and back out there tonight. He'll play his first home game in the month of April.
Yes, sir. Missed 6 ball games and still leads this ball club in runs scored and stolen bases. He has been very good this year. Patrick Monteverde on the mound has been the Red Raiders' best pitcher. This is his 10th start, 10th appearance. There you see the numbers. Opponents batting 199 off the fifth-year senior. He's out of Pittsburgh. You might see some Pittsburgh Steeler looking terrible towels in the stands. That started with Patrick on the hill a couple of starts ago. Been a lot of fun for these Tech fans to try to make this big left-hander feel at home. Only 12 free passes in 52-plus innings.
He's the reigning Big 12 newcomer of the week. Second time he has garnered that award in his first season at Texas Tech. He has had a fascinating journey throughout his college career. We're going to touch on that later. The Baylor Bears in town, they've been playing some great baseball, winners of 11 out of their last 13 games. Here's their starting lineup under sixth-year head coach Steve Rodriguez. First in the Big 12 in team batting average, a .298 clip, and third in the Big 12 in hits. The Baylor Bears playing a good stretch of baseball. They've won 12 of their last 14 games. They took the series opener last night. This game tied at 1 in the middle of the 8th inning. Tomorrow we'll bring you the series finale between Baylor and fifth-ranked Texas Tech. 2 o'clock first pitch with coverage right here on Big 12 Now on ESPN+. Giveaway day here at the ballpark, right?
Absolutely. It's Tim Tadlock Day. Going to get free T-shirt koozies. Here's a good look at that double play, the 5-4-3 to end it. The relay from Jace Young. Short hopped over there to first. Of course, McKenzie runs well. Stillwell with a nice backhanded pick. You can see him fired up and excited. Big double play to get out of the top of the 8th inning in a 1-1 ball game.
Jimmy Winston has pitched an inning and 2/3 out of Baylor's bullpen. Has not allowed a base runner. Parker Kelly tripled and scored his last time in the 6th. And he takes another pitch to right center field. This time Davion Downey camps under. 1 out.
Winston, 6 up, 6 down for this big right-hander. Mixing in a low 90s fastball with a good breaking ball. Now he'll deal with the top of the Red Raider order. Easton Morrell with a single and 3 trips. The lone RBI for the Red Raiders today.
Couple doubles for Easton Morrell last night. Two balls and no strikes to the 4th-year junior out of Prosper, Texas. Spent his freshman season at Arkansas, now his 3rd season at Texas Tech. 2 balls and 1 strike. Red Raider fans will always remember Easton Morrell's first home run. It came against Arkansas in the College World Series. That is just foul.
That fastball was buried in on the hands of Morrell. He just knuckles one down the third base line, and if that ball's fair, and it's not, just foul. If that rolls out into shallow left field, Easton Morrell might be standing on second base. As it is, he's sitting in a 2-2 count.
Now a 3-2 count with Jace Young waiting on deck.
Well, there hasn't been a walk in this ball game yet.
Now there is. I see what you did there.
Well, we talked about that. Talked about the free throw thing earlier, right?
Well, that's all you, man.
I know. That guy had missed a free throw. 4 games. Klang. Now, Max Marshak going to pinch a run here. Marshak, a bit of a tactical weapon in situations like this. He runs very well. Probably the fastest guy on the Tech roster. Absolutely a stolen base threat. He will probably enter and play right field or left field if Drew Baker moves over to right. But as it is right here, he is a tactical weapon, a threat to run.
And he represents the potential go-ahead run with Jace Young at the plate. And he fouls away the first pitch from Winston. After an 0 for 4 performance yesterday, Jace Young 1 for 3 with a single today. 3 hits and 13 at-bats in West Virginia last weekend. Tied for the national lead in home runs and runs driven in. There you see Max Marshak, the redshirt sophomore from Amarillo, Texas, a couple hours north of here.
Straight away and deep in the outfield for Baylor. That breaking ball spins way high. That pitch slipped out of the hand of Jimmy Winston.
One ball and 1 strike. Baylor and 5th-ranked Texas Tech tied at 1. That slow breaking ball tapped foul. Texas Tech's bullpen, it's quiet. Ryan Sublette threw a scoreless top of the 8th. Winston's 1-2. Missed with the changeup. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Winston in his last full season, 2019, when he was an all Big 12 honorable mention, 5-3 with a 4.30 earned run average. Marshak goes, and Young fouls it straight back.
Marshak had the off-speed pitch to run on there. There's nothing Jace can do. Young's up there hitting at a 2-strike count, so he's got to be competitive to everything that's thrown. As a hitter, sometimes if you're not in a 2-strike count, you see a guy get a good jump out of the corner of your eye, you can take the pitch. Talked about it a couple innings ago. Baylor very careful with Easton Morrell at first base, but Morrell and Marshak, different stories in terms of speed and base stealing threat.
2-2 pitch. Line drive, base hit right field. Marshak had to duck out of the way, so he'll stop at second base.
Well, Marshak took a header. He had to dive to the turf here. I mean, you see him go down. All he's able to do is come up and get to second base. That thing nearly took his head off. Nice job of getting out of the way. Did about all he could do there.
And it puts 2 on with 1 out for Drew Baker. A single his last time. He's 1 for 3. Fastball on the outside edge, 0-1.
Richardson at second base is holding Marshak. Pineda, shortstop, holding his ground. Baylor infield looking for that double play ball.
On the ground to second. Richardson's only play is to first. And there are 2 outs. Marshak to third. Jace Young to second. On the ground out.
You know, once this softly hit ground ball runs Richardson up into the line, if he can't tag Young as he runs by, there's really no play at second base. So he does the right thing by getting the out. Now Cal Conley hitting in a big spot. The game hanging in the balance here in the bottom of the 8th. Couple runners on. Now we're going to have a mound visit. Andy Thomas going to go out and make sure everyone's on the same page here. Obviously, Chase Young out at second base. Going to make sure they're all together on signs. Exactly who's doing what in the infield, how they're going to play this. Now we're going to get a pitching coach involved in this mound visit.
Here comes John Strauss.
And this is not a substitution. This one's all about strategy and tactics.
Baylor bullpen is quiet. See the numbers for Winston since entering in relief. 31 pitches. He's thrown a lot of strikes. Trying to keep this game tied at 1 into the 9th inning.
Baylor has the guy they want on the mound in this situation, and Jimmy Winston. He's been very good here today. The first guy he faced was Cal Conley. A couple innings ago, Conley flew out to left on the only pitch he saw from Winston.
You expect him to get anything good to hit here with the open base at first?
In fact, I think they're going to put Conley on. Let's see. Not sure. Nope. Nope. Yeah, they are. They are going to put Conley on. I thought that was the hand sign that I saw. So now the bases are loaded.
The automatic walk to Conley loads the bases with 2 outs for Braxton Fulford, the Lubbock native.
Well, Winston kind of carved up Fulford in his previous at bat, and that may be what Baylor's thinking right here. Fulford had a tough time with a couple of Winston's breaking balls in that previous at bat. Now hitting here with the bases loaded and 2 outs.
Ball 1. Fulford hitless in 3 at bats.
This big crowd is on its feet. Jace Young out at second base, getting the crowd pumped up. Holy cow.
Line drive, base hit left field. Into the corner it goes. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. They all score on a go-ahead double from Braxton Fulford.
Cal Conley runs well. Uh-oh, we had a little contact there behind home plate. Umpires coming in. The Tech team out celebrating. Had a few words exchanged. But boy, that ball shot into the left field corner. Conley at first base, obviously moving on contact. He runs very well. Once that ball got to the gate out in left field and rattled around a bit, Nevin did everything he could do, but Conley moving on contact scores from first. It's a 3-run double.
And when Fulford came up with the bases loaded, this sellout crowd of close to 4,500 all got on their feet. And Braxton keeps them on their feet with a go-ahead 3-run double in the last of the 8th. Fulford's first hit this season in 3 at-bats with the bases loaded. And here's the DH Masters. He takes strike 1.
And I mentioned a little bit of contact there. Winston had come back here to back up home plate, as he should. And the contact didn't come from anyone coming out of the dugout to celebrate, but it actually came from Jace Young, who had scored, obviously. I don't think there was anything malicious, but they bumped into each other. Probably some words said.
Winston probably wasn't happy after that last sequence.
Absolutely not. Understood. Fortunately.
Oh, there's another look at it. What happened? Conley and Young were looking out there, and Young and Winston made contact as they walked by each other.
Yep. Winston barks at him.
Well, throw to second base, gets by into center field, but Fulford will stay put.
Yeah, and the key thing there, Fulford involved in some contact there at second base, getting tied up with Pineda a little bit and not able to find that ball instantly. Had he seen it instantly, he probably gets the third there, but certainly with 2 outs, you don't want to make an out at third base. Probably going to be able to score on a base hit into the outfield anyway. Pineda, the shortstop, is holding Fulford. Richardson playing Masters to pull at second base.
2 balls and a strike to Cody Masters. This game was scoreless after 5 innings. Each team scored a run in the 6th. Braxton Fulford, the big go-ahead 3-run double with 2 outs in the last of the 8th. That's a line shot to left field. Nevin dives and he makes the catch. Spectacular play made by the redshirt freshman Kyle Nevin, but the damage done. Braxton Fulford, a go-ahead 3-run double. And 5th-ranked Texas Tech 3 outs away.